One of the other edge cases that an OpenID or line party website needs to handle is users who change their email address at their identity provider. Now this is very uncommon, or in fact impossible, with most of the free webmail providers like Yahoo Mail, Gmail, Hotmail, etc. But if the user's identity provider is a social network or a service like Google that lets people log in with any email address, many of those services do in fact allow a user to change the email address in their account. So let's look at an example of how this might work. So we've showed before a user whose email address is with GMX. They have ericsax1764@gmx.com, and similarly they've created a Google account for that email address that they're using for things like profiles, photos, activity streams, etc. And when they go to this demo website, if they want to log in, they're choosing to use that Google account identity. So every time they click it, Google remembers they want to log into the site, and boom, they get logged in. Now, let's say that user on Google decides, you know what, I want to switch from using my GMX mail to using the Google Mail service. And so when they go there, they're given the option to go ahead and make that switch. So let me find a username that's available and re-enter the password and continue. Now at this point, the Google account of this user is still intact. They still have all of their same data, their mail, their profiles, etc. But the email address has changed on their account. They're now ericsax1764 part2@gmail.com. Well, if that person goes back to Demo Store, says they want to log in, chooses Google account, they'll get bounced back to Google. Now Google is going to realize, oh wait, this user's changed their email address, and while they've given consent to share their old email address with this website, they didn't give consent to share their new email address. So they ask the user for consent. Once the user gives it, goes back to the site. Now the site at that point is able to intelligently detect the fact that, oh, it is the same Google user from Google, because Google sends along a numerical identifier for the user's account that didn't change, as well as the email address of the user. So the website automatically detects that, and boom, you notice up here the user's email address is automatically shown. So instead of requiring the user to go to every website, change their email address, this is now able to be detected automatically. This is another potential benefit of using OpenID.